Yeah.
Squishy.
Yeah.
It's right
What
now.
about you? Do you want to touch this? Yeah, exactly. Anyone else who missed out on the Hobbit things? It did, yeah, it was brutal. Anyone else?
Now, I'm here to show you the greatest sculpting material of all time. How many of you have heard of this as a sculpting material? Anyone? Nobody? This is like my entire career. You can leave. Just kidding. Well, what I'm going to do then is give you a really fast 2-minute tutorial on how this is used here at Wellington. If you'd like to film this tutorial, this is a great idea, especially if you would share it out with teachers. We would like to support our teachers as much as we can. Also, moving closer, I'm not, my voice does not carry that far. I have sculpted for 30 years, 3 decades, right? My largest sculpture is 3 stories tall. I do massive stuff. But foil, this is what got me a job at Weta. It is fast, it's cheap, it's in the kitchen, and I can usually bump up something recognizable in seconds. Now, you're sculpting in foil. Foil has a dull side and this has got a shiny side. You have to put dull side out. The reason is your eyes cannot perceive a sparkling 3-dimensional surface. You will have no depth perception. Next, capture a lot of air. Keep this light and fluffy and pliable. Do not crush this into a rock. That is bad. In fact, that's illegal. Don't do that. Okay, you want to make a cat. Take the ears and the tail separately and then, pow, hot glue it together. And as fast as you can make all the bits and pieces and components, they come together and make your sculpture bigger. That's an ugly looking bird. Ordinary spoon. Use that inside edge and burnish it. And really fast. That rough bird looks a whole lot better. Use that side of the spoon, you get lines and details, right? That's how those are made. And kids are good with this. Halloween, Christmas decorations, just give them the foil. They know how it works. So, what I do? Foil dragon. Okay, this has been coated with an outdoor clay, and that means that goes outside anywhere in the world. It's not for movies, it's for theme parks. I'm going to show you how. Cement-based clay, right? Rubber fibers, pour water in that, mix it into a dough, grab your tinfoil sculpture, and frost it. About that thick. You have 2 hours. Do something amazing. Pow! It hardens. Pow, pow, pow. Cover the whole thing. And in 2 weeks, you can stand on this sculpture, and I can ship it to an international client. Okay? This is not a kitchen thing. This is a version of metal-based clay. And it's why we made the room. In that far corner is a bright orange hot glue gun. On that table are piles of foil. While you're here, give this a shot. Now I'm going to finish with 2 things real fast. 1, my largest tinfoil sculpture. There's a photograph on the side wall of me sitting next to a tree man, 10 feet tall. I built that in my living room just for fun. 2, if you want to know more about how to do this or how you can do it professionally, that's the clay we're working with. They have about 100 tutorials online of exactly what I do. But I love this. And my hope is that you're going to try it today because you might fall in love with it. And if you do, join me at Weta. Thank you.
Nice side. Yeah.